Yeah, we're out of it. But what do dudes talk about you, man? See, the problem with women.
See, the thing is, bro, like, honestly, women just, like, they always be saying something about, like, you know, why does it always have to be our fault when this happens? Like, why does it always have to be our fault that you guys are mad?
Yeah.
Like, why is it?
I am convinced periods aren't real.
So, for anybody who's confused,
Yeah, clear the air, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Before
I'm
we
still
keep
holding
doing the
Legos.
bit, so that it doesn't sound like we just started going on a random rant, there's been like a joke online, which not taken, like I didn't take offense to it. It was like, which is a bad way to start anything. That when you're, when you're trying not to sound offended, to say I'm not offended, but like,
Yeah.
no, I found it funny because they're like dudes starting a podcast, and it's always about like,
Misogyny.
let's talk about like sex and misogyny,
Yeah.
and
It's- yeah.
objectifying women. And there was that one video from the podcast. I forget what their name was,
Was
but
it
you
Fresh
said
and
that
Fit?
you were
Fresh and fit.
Fresh and Fit.
Those motherfuckers.
He only knows not because he's an avid fan, which maybe he is.
No, no. Don't you put that on me.
But it's because he saw one of them on Omegle one time.
Weirdly, yeah, I know it sounds odd. It's either one of them or like someone who works on the show, because this did happen, and they were asking me just like these weird, awkward dating questions about like the roles that each person plays, and it's like, isn't it crazy how men always have to pay, and like they're always giving, and sometimes a girl won't even give it up after, and it's just like, whoa. I was like in a really awkward spot because like
They kind of gave you like weird directed questions, almost
Yeah.
like those like debate lords, like Steven Crowder, or like somebody where they're gonna go out and they're gonna ask you questions in ways that kind of direct you towards answering the way they want you to.
yeah, like
Where even if you answer against them, they're gonna kind of like turn it a little bit so that you
Yeah.
kind of give like a weird backwards way.
Cause yeah, exactly. Like we think polar opposites. We think like polar opposites about how that situation would ever go down. And then he kept like trying to inch me towards it, like answering in a way that puts women down. And it was just got awkward to a point where he sort of like gave up. And then he was just like, all right, well, yeah, check out where to like find us, and like, and then he put it in the chat, and it was Fresh and Fit, and like I never bothered looking it up, but like when it popped up on that TikTok, I was like,
Oh my God, it's the guy.
those are the guys, and it was just a weird moment because like
It's weird
these are
to
the
think that-
motherfuckers that got popular for like talking down on. Honestly, they don't even sound like they like women. Like it's
Yeah, it is weird. Like they get so defensive. It kind of reminds me of when like the super straight thing kind of popped up on TikTok. It's like dudes who are so far into the whole incel thing that it's just like, do you really even?
yeah.
The fact that you have to really pronounce how straight you are gives me the vibe that like
Yeah.
you're not confident in your sexuality at all.
Yeah.
It feels like you're overcompensating like crazy.
Yeah. It's like
The fact that you also saw them self-promoing on Omegle is also what was funny to me, because it's
Yeah.
such a like sad. I'm not gonna say it's totally sad, because I'm also thinking maybe we should do the same thing. Because I mean, hey, look, they got a platform. They had like,
yeah.
Because the clip
I'm
I was
pretty
gonna
sure
talk
they
about.
had a platform already. It was just like getting more out there, and like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think this might have been another guy. Like I was on Omegle for a long time that day. But it might have been another guy like saying he was also like streaming and asking a bunch of questions. I was like,
True.
you know,
I just think that like,
other people might have.
because the clip I was talking about was from them, and essentially he had DJ Ack, and I think it's his baby mom, but she was like an Instagram model that was really popular. I want to say her name, and if I can't think of it out loud, I think it's like Brittany something.
Renner potentially, if it's the right person.
I'll put like the actual name up on the screen for the visual audience, but for the actual podcast audience,
Sorry.
you'll have to kind of figure it out too. But she was a really big Instagram model for a while. Like, I remember in high school, people talking about her. And she went on there because that podcast was, like, talking crazy about her, I guess. They would say stuff like, oh, you know, you're just some basic, you know, thought. You're some basic bitch. Just saying, like, real nasty, like, just, like, generic insults, but just to bring her down. And she went on their podcast and kind of snapped on them. Essentially, what she kind of got into for the most part was like, oh, hey, like, what do you guys get out of bringing down women by saying, like, oh, you're not special? Because are you special? And dude started stuttering like crazy. He was like, well, I never said I am. And she's like, well, I feel good when I call you a basic ass dude. Like, you're lame as fuck, and this whole show is lame as fuck, and I feel good saying that, so I know that you're doing the same thing. And it was good to see, because honestly, you know, the amount of, like, disrespect you can throw out is crazy. And to have that kind of a platform for an audience of people who probably feel the same way, it's just, it's good to see when they get called out on some shit. But I also realized that kind of became a meme because I also see podcasts pop up all over TikTok that are similar in some way.
That was a prime example, but there's so many out there. It's just, the last thing we want to be is that.
That's what I was terrified is they see two dudes on a bench and we're trying to get like social interaction and stuff. And
the people we attract are just.
I'm scared that they're going to think that we're like a Steven Crowder where it's like, oh, we're come debate me type thing.
Dude bros just like. See, a key that unlocks many locks is a good key, but a lock that lets any key unlock it
is a bad lock.
It's a bad lock. It's
like that. Dude, it makes fucking sense because the key is like a stick,
you know,
and then the lock is like a hole, like a vagina.
I hate women that don't give it up easily, but I also hate women that give it up easily. I don't think you like women.
Yeah, honestly. I just think that they like having control in a relationship, and they like being the one that's allowed to do a bunch of shit, but they don't want to be with the woman who also has done a bunch of shit. Meaning like, oh, hey, I can go out and fuck all these people, and my background doesn't matter. But if I figured out like you fucked like 5 dudes before me, oh, that's such a big deal. Oh, that's terrible. It's like, honestly, at this point, everybody is fucking. And if your girl is saying, like, oh, I fucked, like, 3 dudes, and that bothers you, what's the likelihood that maybe she didn't, you know, and I keep saying fucked as, like, a generic term, so I'm not trying to sound like them, because I feel like I'm starting to edge that way.
When females
I'm just saying, like, if you make such a big deal out of it, who's to say they're not going to be comfortable telling you the truth? And then you get mad later when you figure out, oh, there were like more dudes that she dated, or like, because first off, the idea of just getting mad at somebody for having a past is so stupid, especially if you have a past. Like, I don't know. I think that is dumb to try and. It's a lot of arguments that they make that I can't just go into every single one, but that one specifically, where it's like, it shows that there's a double standard. I don't know. If you got to complain about like, oh, I buy all this other stuff, it's like, did you try being interesting? Did you try being funny? Did you try being attractive? Because that part probably wasn't there. And if that part's not there, you got to go to the other 2. Try to be funny. Try to be entertaining in some way. Because money can only do so much.
That's why we.
Elon Musk is a fucking billionaire, and what's her name? Didn't his like baby mama leave him?
Grimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like money can only do so much. So when you complain about like, oh, I bought them everything, it's like, shut the fuck up, dude. She can find another dude with money.
Whoop-de-doo.
Another person with money.
Anyways.
Yeah. So I just wanted to clarify, we are not them. We are. We ain't one of them.
Yeah. We love our females. Sorry.
So you know what? Maybe
So how about that Omicron?
Yeah, that's the thing you were mentioning. Like, as soon as they stop the misogyny, they have no idea what the fuck to talk about.
Yeah.
Damn,
You can
man,
only
COVID's
trash
kinda-
women for so long.
COVID's kind of going crazy, man.
Yeah, man. That's nuts.
That's nuts.
You
I still ain't got the vaccine though because I don't want my nuts to shrink.
yeah.
They said it makes you infertile.
Damn.
You think those same dudes wouldn't want that though?
I know, like, yeah.
Because then they're like, oh, if it's my kid, fuck it, I'm leaving. It's like,
Yeah.
bro. So why? Anyways, I'm making hypotheticals now. I'm doing what they do.
Yeah.
So
Getting angry.
getting angry at something that they
Situation.
didn't actually say. Who is they?
Oh, shit. What do you mean by that? No, but,
Deconstructionism.
yeah. Oh, man. We're back in the swing of things, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Back in the
man.
random switching.